Hello everybody, welcome back to Storky Farmstead. Let's talk about guilt-free Christmas. Okay, so I've been watching some videos from NBC and some other stuff talking about how much debt people acquire during this time of year. Now let's talk about why that is. And it's because we have become consumers and not producers. It's also because they have gotten to where the world makes you feel guilty because you didn't spend a lot of money, as if money actually equates love. So if you own a farmstead or homestead, or you're just a crafty person, let me talk about some things you can do. Make your own homemade jellies. 6 months ago, I couldn't do this. But now that we've been running a farmstead for 3 years, I've learned I can. So these are one of the gifts that I will be giving out to my family members. Another thing, we raise quail, pickled quail eggs. You can also water bath these, which make them shelf stable. They don't necessarily have to go in the fridge until they pop that top. So those are just 2 ideas for gifts that you can do off your homestead, your farmstead, or your hobby farm. I know a lot of people who are tanning hides and making really cool things with like rabbit fur, or they are learning how to create their own yarn and knit things from their own sheep. I think that's amazing, and I think it's a wonderful idea. You might be somebody that's really good with leather, making wallets and stuff like that. There's no reason why you should not give those things out as gifts. Make your own ornaments with your children's pictures in them and pass them around to family members to hang on their Christmas trees. But guys, that's all I'm going to talk about when it comes to gifts, because this is honestly how we feel here at Storky Farmstead, because this is my very first Christmas. I am totally guilt-free. This is why. We work hard. We are debt-free. I'm not going into debt to provide a gift to somebody when they're going to take that gift and chances are probably not going to use it very much. And in 2 or 3 years, if I ask them, hey, do you remember what I gave you for the Christmas of 2022? They're going to tell me no. They really are. They're not going to remember. And that's okay. But I bet when we get through with Christmas 2022 with my family, they will remember, because this is how we're going to do it. We're going to gather at my parents' house. All of their children, most of their grandkids, except for the ones who are out of state and that kind of stuff. All of their great-grandchildren. And we're going to laugh, and we're going to joke, and we're going to take pictures, and we're going to play board games, and we're going to sing songs because we are silly with it. We're going to eat, we're going to hug, and we're going to laugh some more. The memories of the Christmas of 2022 are going to last a lot longer than the gifts ever would. But I can tell you this, the handmade gifts that I give out, they may remember those, but store-bought gifts, chances are they won't. So some things that you can do to kind of alleviate the guilt of feeling like you need to spend a ton of money for Christmas is understand what Christmas is really about. It's about the birth of Jesus. And it's actually really smart of the world to have done this, but when they removed Jesus out of Christmas, they turned it into nothing more than a spending holiday. So now people rarely think about what Jesus did for them on Christmas. What they think about is waking up and opening gifts, because it's become a consumer holiday. They took Jesus out and they inserted the dollar bill. And it's like that around the world. I have been watching video footage all the way from Europe, listening to people talk about how they're going to have to go into debt to cover Christmas presents, and they haven't paid off Christmas debt from last year. Guys, you don't need an economics class to know that you can't survive like that. You can't prosper like that when you're literally going to pay debt off for an entire year and the interest that you're accruing on it, and then turn around before you finish paying it off and either take a loan or run another credit card up to cover Christmas. And why? Why do you do it? Have you really sat down and thought about why do you do it? Because the world tells you that's how you're supposed to celebrate Christmas? What you can do, if you want to make it the most memorable Christmas that you've ever had with your family, and I mean this, is be available to them. Have everybody put their phone into a basket and put their phones on silent. 1 hour, 60 minutes. Put a board game on the table. Every day between now and Christmas, and there's not many left, every evening, Sit down and do a Christmas craft with your children. I'm not talking about something elaborate. I'm talking maybe 15 minutes. Make bird feeders out of pine cones. Make handprints on paper, Christmas colored handprints. Make paper towel roll angels. Guys, they do this with kindergartners. You can do it with your children. Make homemade hot chocolate. Make baked goods as gifts for their teachers and let them help you do it. Make your own Christmas ornaments with them and put their little pictures in there. I'm going to tell you the truth. I went to my mom and dad's the other day, and her most prized Christmas ornaments are not the $30, $40, $50 Christmas ornaments, and she does have them. It's the pictures of her grandchildren and great-grandchildren when they were small, and they made them for them, and they laminated them. Those have a special place on her tree. They hang right out in the front where everybody can see them. And you want to know what these 26, 24, 23, 22, 21-year-olds do when they walk in her house? They run to the Christmas tree to find their childhood picture hanging on her tree. They don't look at any of the other ornaments. None of them. And she has beautiful ornaments. They don't look at any of them. They look for their picture. Their childhood handmade ornament that they made for their grandmother. That's what they look for. Because it tells them something. It tells them that their childhood gift that they put all their energy into meant more to her than anything else they could get her. Stop feeling guilty because you don't want to spend a ton of money or go in debt for Christmas. Don't let anybody make you feel like that. In fact, you don't owe anybody a gift. And this is probably going to end up being the most unpopular video we've ever made. But I'm telling you, it is okay to not be the borrower. I'm telling you it's okay. I'm telling you to wake up Christmas morning, be thankful for what God has done for you. Be thankful for your family. Spend time with them. Your time is money. Quit giving your money to these big corporations that don't care about you or your children. Quit doing it. Quit going in debt, because if you were to die before you pay off all this debt, even if your home's paid for and you've got $30,000 in credit card debt, for your kids to accept your home as their inheritance, they have to accept your debt also. Some things to think about. So we don't have credit cards here. So I pay for everything with cash. So when I make something for somebody, I'm giving you my time. I'm giving you my knowledge, my energy, and my love. And I don't feel guilty about that. I give those gifts to the people that are closest to me, and I don't give out any other gifts to anybody. I don't care if you're my doctor's nurse or the neighbor down the road. I give you a Merry Christmas. I'll tell you about Jesus. That's the best gift I can give somebody, is the true knowledge of what Christmas is about. So guys, quit worrying about spending all this money for Christmas. You're ruining your own holiday because you have your TV on constantly, you have your phone on constantly. You and your family are absorbed with what this world has. Stop it. Stop. It's okay. Enjoy what you have with your family. I hope that you have a Merry Christmas. We love you here at Starkey Farmstead. We thank you for rowing in our boat. We ask for you to let's row in yours. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Tell us what you're giving out for homemade gifts this year or how you're going to handle your budget. Because, guys, you don't have to go in debt. Don't let the world tell you that. Your time is your most precious gift. Put your phones down. Focus on your family. Spend time every evening with them between now and Christmas. That is what they'll remember. Because I can look back over my childhood. There's very few gifts that I can actually remember somebody giving me. What I remember is all the fun times putting the tree together, going to my grandparents, laughing with my mom and dad, going to visit family. Those are the gifts that I remember. It's the time that they made themselves available to me. So you guys have a blessed 2022 Christmas. Stop stressing about that money.